Spain and Greece continued to be a focal point for world financial markets overnight. Spanish bond yields for 12 and 18-month terms spiralled ever upwards, breaking through the 5% barrier, which is around 2% more than they were just 1 month ago. Some good news, however, was that the Spanish government did apparently raise as much money as it wanted on those 12 and 18-month terms. In Greece, Greek political parties have basically indicated that they will form a coalition shortly which will seek to get some relief from the terms imposed by the EU and the IMF in respect of the bailout funds that they've received. Surprisingly, a spokesman from the EU indicated that the EU would be open to renegotiating some of those terms on the basis of further deterioration of the Greek economy over the last month or so. And from the United States, investors there were betting that the Federal Reserve would look to stimulate the US economy given the run of poor economic news which has come out over the last 4 to 6 weeks. So looking at markets then, the Dow had a bit of a shot in the arm, up nearly 100 points. Most European indices were also up by around 1.5%. Looking at currencies, the Kiwi also strengthened, reaching nearly 79.9 cents against the US. It did fall back slightly from there, but it also strengthened against the British pound. Viewers will recall the last global dairy trade auction 2 weeks ago saw a significant rebound in dairy prices, around 13% up in terms of the previous auction. In last night's auction, dairy prices fell across the All Products Index by around 0.5%. However, with such a small drop, it's hoped that dairy prices are finally beginning to level out. In terms of the primary movers, skim milk powder was a big faller by more than 4%, and that was driven predominantly by a weakness in the September contract where prices fell by more than 12%, indicating that perhaps there's significant amounts of supply in that short-term period. In terms of other movers, whole milk powder was up by more than 2%, and anhydrous milk fat was relatively level, which is surprising given its significant rebound in the last auction. In terms of prices across the board, they were around, on average, $3,042 US a tonne. In terms of how we see prices going, we would hope that that level would be maintained going forward.